I'm Taylor Cool, and we're doing a Q&A. Happy harvest. Thanks for coming.
Will you ever move up to A-mods?
Yes, I'll move up eventually. I'm just not ready yet, so I think I'll give it another year before considering moving up.
What's your favorite win?
My favorite win is definitely the Super Nationals qualifier that I won this year. It was probably the biggest stage that I've been on, and it was special to win at Boone Speedway, especially after winning the Frostbusters race, and it just was such a good feeling winning that.
Do you enjoy racing the stock car more or the sport mod? Just based on how the cars handle, not the other drivers or car count.
They phrased that really well. I'd rather drive the sport mod. I feel like everything just is quicker. You react quicker to everything. But I think I overall have more fun in the stock car because you get to race closer with people, and it's kind of closer to racing something on asphalt.
What's your plans for next year? Any chance of getting your own stock car?
No, on the stock car. I feel like we had a pretty good run this year with the stock car with Jerry Schipper's car and that crew, so we'll probably race again next year, and I'll definitely be racing the sport mod again. We may get a new car, we may not, just depending on what this thing looks like when we go through it.
Do you have any plans to race on pavement?
Yes, I'm actually going to race a asphalt go-kart. It's called a pro kart. Going to race that in Dallas, Texas, October 21st. So kind of back to my roots racing. That's what I started in. This is just a little bit bigger, a little bit faster, so it'll be kind of a fresh start for me.
Will you ever run a late model?
If the opportunity arose, I would definitely race a late model, or even haul up it, whatever. That's probably my ultimate goal in dirt track racing, is to race a late model, but I'm kind of just playing it by ear right now.
Are you staying in Iowa or going back to Arizona?
I'll be staying in Iowa. It'll be my first Iowa winter. Everyone's warned me how cold it is, but I'm just going to brave it out this year and see how the winter goes, see how next summer goes, and then go from there.
Where do you see yourself driving in the next 5 years?
Hopefully I'm driving for someone who has a good team, good equipment, who can help me out, help me get further in racing. It's what I love to do, so to make a career out of it would be super cool. But even if I were just racing like a modified or late model full time, that would be pretty cool too.
As a racer, what persuades you to achieve your goals, and how talented do you have to be a championship contender?
I think you do have to have a certain amount of talent. I don't really know like what levels there are or how to base talent off of something, but I feel like you do have to have talent, and I think you can also learn a lot from other people, coaching or just listening, watching other people. And winning's the ultimate goal because you put so much time and work into the race car, studying racing outside of the race car, and just the whole thing's a lot of work. So to win, it just pays off.
What is your favorite track to go to?
I'd say probably Peevely, I-55. That was the most fun I've had racing so far. And also Granite City, maybe it's called Tri-City Speedway or something, but those two right around St. Louis, those places are so fun. That's the first time I ever put the car right on the wall and ran a cushion that close to the wall, so I had a blast. I think I went there about 2 years ago.
What are your hobbies away from the track?
I don't do much outside of racing. I always tell people that racing is like my whole personality because that's all I do. It's all I do on social media and stuff, but I guess I really like being outside, hiking when I can. If I can snowboard during the winter, like water sports like wakeboarding, wake surfing, just all that kind of stuff. Anything outdoors I enjoy.
What are some tips and pointers for someone taking a modified on the track for their first time?
I would say if you're just starting out in a modified and it's your first time at the track, just be patient. I mean, you'll definitely push yourself. Everyone holds themselves to a different standard, but it takes a lot of time. They call it seat time, so you just really have to be patient and learn as much as you can.
If racing wasn't in your life, what would you be doing?
I don't even know. I played hockey and lacrosse before and while I was racing. I liked those, but ultimately it came down to racing, choosing one sport. So I honestly don't know what I'd do with my life.
Do you like pineapple on your pizza, or are you normal?
I hate pineapple on pizza. It does not belong on pizza. I don't vibe with it.
What's your favorite racetrack concession food item?
No, I think I'll go with the simple old cheeseburger. Oh, the steak sandwich during Super Nationals hits the spot. There was also at Tipton, they had ribeye sandwiches, and those were so good. So those, if they don't have them, cheeseburgers.
What are your dreams as a person and in racing?
Just to race for a living. As a person, I think I just want to be comfortable in life. Obviously, you have to work hard, make money, have connections, have friends, family that care about you. So just to be comfortable financially and having a good family and friends surrounding me, that's really all I look forward to. And a nice house. And if I'm still racing, a nice shop.
Do you use iRacing?
No, I've tried iRacing probably twice, but I was really bad at it. I feel like you really need to feel the car. And I know in certain aspects it helps drivers, but I've just never gotten into it. Yeah, you can find this Salute to Veterans wrap. It's on iRacing. I think you look up my name. I don't really know how it works, but it looks really cool.
How many favorite tracks do you have? And is there any racetrack that you dislike?
I probably have like 4 or 5 favorite tracks. Like I said earlier, like I-55, Granite City, Boone Speedway, that's a place like no other. 141 Speedway is really cool. It's just unique, the shape of it, how it races and stuff. And then probably Deer Creek is really fun. I always have a good time at that place. And as far as tracks that I don't like, I mean, I've had bad experiences at tracks, but that doesn't make them bad. And I don't want to say anything bad about any racetracks either, because I don't know, they all put a lot into it. So I don't really dislike any racetracks really.
Why did you move to Iowa?
Just for racing, really. It sucks. It's a dying sport, and I feel like it's dying out everywhere. But Arizona, we only have 3 racetracks left. 2 years ago, we had like 5. And Iowa has over 30 dirt tracks. So there's just a lot better opportunity for racing here.
Are you gonna try sprint cars?
I would definitely try a sprint car. I drove a midget, and it was really hard to get a hold of at first. And I feel like a sprint car would be pretty similar, but I've always wanted to try one. I don't know if I'd race one. I just don't like how dangerous they are, but I guess if I had the opportunity to race one, I would.
Is your program fully funded by sponsors, winnings, merch, or do you have a mega donor to cover some expenses?
I have a lot of really good sponsors that cover a good portion of my racing. I pay for a decent portion of it just from working. And merch sales are pretty good. And then we're trying to work social media funding into it. So I don't know, just a lot of different people and things come into the financial help.
Are you racing the Chili Bowl again?
Not this coming year, just because I don't have enough seat time in a midget. but I may go to hang out and watch. I'd like to support Team Jack and Mark Birch Motorsports again. They're a really cool team to be around, good people, and I know they'll be racing with Don Dowd Jr. again.
What is your dream race or car to race?
My dream car, probably like an F1 car. Those are so cool. And I don't know, maybe like Sonoma or something in an F1 car.
What is the biggest event you want to win?
I definitely want to win Super Nationals, and I would also like to win Vegas at least once in my life.
Do you plan on racing more in Arizona?
Yeah, eventually. I'm going to try to make it down there if I can. I'd like to just stay here and get my career started so I can keep racing, and I'll definitely make it back there eventually.
Will you be at Winter Nationals 2023?
I would love to go to Winter Nationals. If I can get the funding to get down there, then I definitely will. It's just kind of hard to pay for fuel and entry and stuff.
Will you ever race in Nebraska?
I want to. I'm so sad because I'm not going to make it for that Cornhusker race at I-80, and they're shutting that place down, I heard. So if they have any other big races, then yes, I will.
Who was your favorite Cup Series driver?
Kyle Larson. I think he's my overall favorite driver because he can step into anything and do really well in it. He's just super talented. He's humble, and he makes everything work for himself, so he's pretty cool.
What is the hardest thing you've had to overcome as a race car driver?
I'd say being a female in racing is super hard. There's just a stereotype that a lot of people go with, and it's kind of hard to get past that.
What is your home track?
My home track is Canyon Speedway. That's just about 20 minutes from my house in Cave Creek. I used to play behind the grandstands, like with toy race cars, or not even with anything in the dirt, and make circle tracks when my dad was racing there when I was a kid. So I started racing mod lights there in 2013, and then got into sport mods, raced the sport mods there, the stock car, so I miss that place.
What was the biggest challenge jumping from sport mod to the stock car?
When I get in the stock car after racing the sport mod, I think the hardest thing is just realizing like the weight transfer. You have to wait on the car a little bit longer. You just have to slow it down like a tad bit earlier, and you don't want to be as sideways. So just adjusting like corner entry really is the big difference.
Will you ever race at Vado, New Mexico?
I would like to go to Vado. I've seen a lot of good racing there, and people say a lot of good things about that place. So if I can make it down there, I will.
Is racing something you'd be willing to do as a full-time job?
Yes. I have such a large passion for racing, as most people know. So if I could do that for a living, I think that's the dream.
Who got you into racing?
My dad, he got me into racing when I was 5. I actually hopped in a go-kart for the first time when I was 4. So I can't even imagine a 4-year-old being in a little go-kart now, but his brother got him into racing when they were kids, and they used to go to the dirt track, the asphalt tracks in Wisconsin. And then my dad actually started racing when he was 35, I think in a hobby stock or something. I know he had a stock car and a modified too, but he got me into it when I was 5, and then he got out of it and just kind of focused on the kids racing.
How do you race with glasses on?
Usually I put my helmet on, and then I go like this. I wear my contacts about half the time, but the dirt and the dust really irritate my eyes when I have contacts in, and I feel like it gets under my contacts, so I don't know, I'll wear my glasses like the other half of the time.
What chassis do you have for the sport mod and stock car?
My sport mod is a GRT by BHE. Stock car is a B&B chassis, and they're both awesome. I love them.
What engine do you run in the sport mod?
I run a Karl Kustoms crate engine.
Who is your favorite person to race with?
I would say Matt Luft in the sport mod. He's a really clean, respectful hard racer. It's easy to race with him. You always know what you're going to get, even though he beats me every time. And Isaac Malacote, he's always a very respectful, clean racer too. So being around those types of drivers on the track is really what I look forward to. That's racing.
What engine do you run in the stock car?
The stock car has a 360 spec.
Would you ever consider running an open motor rather than a crate motor in your sport mod?
Yeah, I've honestly never tried an open motor in the sport mod. The stock car is actually the first open that I've ever felt the power of, but Karl Kustoms actually builds a really good open motor, so if I could test one out, I would definitely do it. I think the crates are really easy though. They're low maintenance and they can keep up with the open motors any day. There's pros and cons of both of them, really.
How does racing make you a better person?
I'd say racing has helped me a lot with social skills, just getting to talk to people, interacting with people. That's definitely the best thing about the sport too, is getting to talk to kids and my peers, grown-ups and stuff. So I think just networking and being able to talk to people.
Do you have any interest in joining the WWE?
Oh, yeah. Yes. I actually want to box so bad. I used to go to boxing with my friend when I was in high school, and it's awesome. It's
Isn't WWE wrestling?
Okay. Oh, MMA is boxing.
MMA is mixed martial arts. WWE is wrestling.
I would not wrestle. Then my ear would get all nasty. The MMA though, watch out, MMA fighters, I'm coming.
Any advice to women in racing?
That's a tough question because it's really hard to be a woman in racing. Just keep your head down, respect the people who respect you and who help you out. Just do you, that's important.
Are you single?
Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.